What the fuck?
Talk about I'll have what she's having, am I right?
Cunt, I don't think you know what that saying means.
Nah, that has something to do with watering plants, right?
Man, I just don't know how to respond to that.
Oh shit, a furry!
The joy that you used to have is gone. The peace that you used to have is gone. Yeah. Everything that you used to have is gone. And it was the things that was dear to you.
Part 1. Origins. Hey, Vsauce!
Why are we still here?
Many people believe that furries were born with the inception of the internet. And while it's true that the internet was a vessel for the disease to spread, the earliest known origins of furry date back to at least 1972, with the film Fritz the Cat. Not to be confused with Felix the Cat, which I kept fucking calling and I had to redo the whole goddamn thing. Fritz the Cat used animals to depict its very subtle social commentary about the nation at the time. Commentary such as, cops are pigs, black people are crows, cats are assholes, police racism, and holy shit! What the fuck is that? Fucking disgusting! This movie fucking sucks! Wow, I got a green screen. Isn't that cool? Is this my job now? Am I a YouTuber now? Yes, while the mental illness of wanting to fuck cats has probably been around since the dawn of man, Fritz was the first time it was brought into mainstream appeal. And to this day, it's still creating little shits that want to fuck cats. The movie, just like many middle school furries, is trying way too hard to be as edgy as fucking possible. But much like those middle schoolers, the edge ends up just falling flat and just ends up being annoying and unstructured. Now, just a few years after Fritz came out, there was a science fiction convention held in 1980 where a proto-freak named Steve How the fuck do you pronounce that goddamn name?
Steve Galacci.
Okay, it's Steve Galacci. Steve Galacci's character design from his series Albedo Anthropomorphics sparked discussion about these horrific designs. You know, I actually know Steve Galacci. He owes me about $200. I won't tell you over what, because surely we'll both be arrested, and I live in a state where the death penalty is still legal. Let's just say he's a nice guy when you get to know him, and he just likes to make cool science fiction designs. But he's got plenty of demons. Anyway, this character design led to the first known use of the term furry, which in turn led to the formation of a bunch of these disgusting freaks, getting together at more conventions, and so began the disease. Evolved from there. And unfortunately, folks, this is one of the most deadly diseases known to man. And it can even be cured by drugs. He also got cats in 1981, but I'll get to that later. Talking about these freaks really got me parched. I'm gonna get a bottle of water from the garage. I keep them in here because it's already cold. I don't see why. Hey, you! Hey, shut up! I'm trying to film a movie for you two. Hey,
Mister,
what the fuck?
Mister, whatever it is, I'll give you whatever you want. I'll get it to you. I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, son.
Yeah, Dad!
Get the fuck back in the attic, Ryan! I'm so sorry, that usually doesn't happen. He knows he's never allowed to come out of the attic.
Oh God, I'm gonna die!
Hey. Hey. You're absolutely right. Now, the bag's gonna go over your head, and you're not gonna talk, because I won't have to take my belt off because my pants are very loose. And I want you seeing my Stevie Wonder. I don't like that.
Mister, I have money. I can get it to you.
Now, the bag's gonna go over your head, alright? Nervous people. Part 2. What the fuck is a furry? Now, for any of you who don't know what a furry is, I envy you. Allow me to destroy your innocence.
Why are we still here?
I apologize. Let me clean your screen for you. There, much better. Wikipedia, because I'm fine with spreading misinformation, defines furries as a subculture interested in anthropomorphic animals with human personalities and characteristics. Examples of anthropomorphic attributes include exhibiting human intelligence and facial expression, speaking, walking on two legs, and wearing clothes. Subculture? More like subspecies, am I right, fellas? Now this description is clearly for your mother, so she doesn't get a heart attack after searching up the weird shit your brother is looking up. My mother has had 8 heart attacks. At this point, her heart basically just looks like a burnt up piece of bacon. In reality, furries are sick fucks that fantasize fucking animals. A lot of these people act like animals because they think they're some special human-animal hybrid because they can't be civilized enough to act like a goddamn normal person. You're a fat loser! Get a fucking job! As if finding out your son was gay used to be devastating. Imagine them walking around the house with a fucking full-body wolf suit with a fucking dick hole. See, this is why my son isn't allowed out of the attic, so he doesn't get attached to any of these horrible coalition of autismos. That and he's a lot less annoying when I never have to see him. Or hear him. And to anyone who wants to tell me that being a furry doesn't mean you want to fuck animals, why do you have a fucking word for it?
R2.5. Yeah, can I get that with no cheese or sauce? Yeah, just the crust. And I want that medium rare. Blue.
Now before I go any further, I think I need to bring up the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Because one don't I? See, a lot of people will confuse a Sonic fan with a furry, which in many cases is simply just not true. While there is some crossbreeding going on, most of the time, it's usually fans of the Archie Comics run that are the toxic little shits of the fan base that draw all the fucking OCs and shit. If you ever want to kill yourself, and you're really trying to find a reason why, just read the Sonic Archie comics. They get fucking weird. And not in a good way. Like, bad. Bad. It really is one of the most toxic pieces of literature I've ever fucking read. If you even can call it literature. And that's after reading a book my old cellmate wrote called My Struggle. Boy, let me tell you, Adi was a whiny little bitch, but I heard he turned his life around after he got out of the slammer. Good for him. Luckily, a couple years ago, Sega struck down the comic with the Rods of God.
They're uploading your reports, payloads 2, 3, and 4. Houston!
And since then, the fanbase has slowly become more and more people who just appreciate the gameplay. When it works. Now, it is nice to laugh at how bad the fanbase can be every now and then. If you want a nice channel to just peer into the Sonic fanbase without ever actually having to interact with it, I recommend the channel Dumbsville. He's a nice kid, can be pretty funny at times.
I love cunt. I really love jacking him off.
Alright, enough about blue cunts, get on with the video!
Part 3. Types of furry.
Now, just like any mental illness, furries are on a spectrum, and not all are made the same. Where else to start but with the fur fuckers? These deplorables just straight up want to fuck animals. Plain as that. Just fucking... They just want to fuck them. They use the furry community as a way to blend in, and make their fetish not seem as fucking bizarre as it is, hiding under the facade of a lower level furry. A lot of furries will use fur fuckers as a scapegoat, and will say that they're just a minority of the community. In reality, all furries are fur fuckers to some degree. It's just some either have more self-control, or they're still in denial. Please, if you know anyone you suspect of being a fur fucker, please, get them the help they need. And fill their room with chlorine gas. You gotta do it before they can molest any more innocent little animals. Now, while most people group in scalies with the rest of the fucking degenerates, scalies see themselves with a level of grandeur above other furries, because they jack off to dragons and lizards. Now, any sane person would see these freaks as either on the same level, or more disturbing than a normal furry. I blame Dragon Tales Dragon Seek for PlayStation 1. One of the biggest wastes of money I've ever seen. You can take that fucking rock and shove it up your ass! What do you get when you mix the two most hated groups in human history? Well, of course you get Nazi fucking furries. Nothing like fascism and fucking animals, am I right? These freaks are really just neo-Nazis with a persona, and it's disturbingly hilarious. It's especially funny given the fact that these are the kind of people that Mr. Hitler would have baked to a crisp in his nice warm oven. Nazi zombies, more like Nazi furries, am I right, fellas? Now, when it comes to the edgy subspecies of furries, the edgiest by far has to be the necro-furries. These sick bastards draw and jack off to pictures of dead and gory-looking animals. Doesn't even have to be anthropomorphic. They just fucking jack off to dead animals. If you know anyone who likes to look at gore, please, call your local police department and report them. Because chances are, they're most likely going to become a serial killer in real life, if we're being fucking honest. If they want to look at gore and dead fucking animals, they're probably going to fucking kill someone. Yeah, so I'm pretty sick of talking about the different kinds of furries, so, and, you know, fucking, just gonna flash up a bunch of them. Now, wasn't that unpleasant? Now, on to more pressing... What'd I tell you? Scream! Oh, shit!
Hey guys, it's Sinful here. Go check out
Part 4. Rainforest.
Rainforest was a convention held by furries for furries, where furries were furries. That is to say, absolute fucking Neanderthals. Now, believe it or not, Rainforest 2015 was actually the 9th time the convention was held. What the fuck? That's more times than I upload a fucking year! You may now laugh at that totally original and totally funny joke that you waited like 3 or 4 months to hear. Pretty funny. So obviously, unlike a lot of other failed conventions, it seems like the organizers of Rainforest actually knew what the fuck they were doing. No, of course not with their life. What are you, fucking insane? Now, as it turns out, the attendees were the main cause of why Rainforest was such a toxic fucking sludge pit that they had to shut it down for good. The attendees were actually what killed Rainforest, just like how I killed the cats that walked through my tulips. Why do they walk through my tulips? They are my tulips. Over the course of 9 years, the convention, which was held in Seattle, accumulated more and more unsupervised man-children without any added security, and with the same increase of freaks in nature, with a lack of improved security over the years, it led to an even faster increase in drugs and alcohol at the convention. Which is pretty funny, because the more I researched this topic, the more drugs and alcohol it took for me to get through it. Some even say I'm still drunk to this day. This and a shitload of sexual assault were the main causes why this convention got fucking shut down for good. These absolutely wasted man-children were able to rack up tens of thousands of dollars worth of property damage to the hotel that the convention was held at, which included getting shit on the walls and cars. See, there's another subgroup of furries I failed to mention. Yes, a fucking another. Who would've guessed? Who would've fucking guessed? And yes, things get worse. They call themselves baby furs because they go around wearing a diaper, and most of them, yeah, they shouldn't piss in them. You can't make this shit up. This fucking real life. This shit happened. A lot of these people would take these fucking soiled diapers and fling them onto cars and on the walls and shit. Fucking deplorables. For no fucking reason, someone actually clogged and flooded the upstairs toilet, which leaked downstairs, destroying a server room. Not to mention the guy who stuffed towels into the hot tub's drain and destroyed the pump for it. Now, the only way, in my mind, that I can see this making any fucking sense is that some attendees realized how pathetic their lives had gotten, and instead of just killing themselves, they decided to do some good for humanity and decided to get the convention shut down. God bless them. People are cutting glory holes into walls. And remember when I said to fill their room with chlorine gas?
Wait, what?
Well, some fucking psycho actually did this at Rainforest 2015. This led to the hotel being evacuated and up to 19 hospitalizations.
19 people were hospitalized at a furry convention in Illinois after what's being called an intentional leak of chlorine
What's
gas.
a furry convention?
Did I get that wrong? Officials were called when a strong odor of chlorine spread.
Sent the hotel guests along with convention attendees into the cold night, many still dressed in their furry costumes. Costumes kept everybody warm was the good news. The hotel was
Where you going?
contaminated.
Hey!
Guests came back inside at 4 a.m. Police still...
Come back!
She just learned something.
To this day, no one has taken credit for doing this. Several times throughout the ordeal, the fire department had to be called because people were disabling their fire alarms in order to hotbox their rooms, and because several people were overdosing on drugs. What were the firefighters doing? Putting out the drugs? Seems a little late for that. After much more property damage, rape, and people beating the shit out of each other, because fucking course they were beating the shit out of each other. The hotel told those jabronis to beat it and to never come back. The event was heavily insured, but the attendees were such toxic assholes that not only would that hotel never take them back, but no convention center in or around Seattle would take them. And after years of pitifully trying to resurrect Rainforest, the event was officially shut down for good. Which is probably for the best, because bringing these people together ups the likelihood of them breeding. And the last thing we need is a bunch of actual baby furries running around.
Don't you dare touch me! Stand
Cats.
back! No!
Cats... I don't want to call it a movie. It is the antithesis of cinema. I'm just kind of freeballing it right now because I just got back from the movie. Cats is not good. It's worse than I expected it would be. It has little to no fucking story. Cats is based off the play from 1981. I really couldn't tell you what the plot is other than cats are trying to beat each other in order to be allowed to commit suicide. I don't understand it. Like, they just kind of go from scene to scene, and it's just, they dance, they make shitty cat puns. It's really bad. The cinematography is fucked beyond belief. Sometimes they're the size of humans, sometimes they're the size of cats relative to the fucking area they're in. Nothing about this movie looks good. Like, the CGI in The Phantom Menace is a lot better than Cats. And that movie came out over 20 fucking years ago. They actually would have been better off just making it cat suits, like in the play. Which, by the way, I did watch a recording of the play just to see how authentic it was to that. And to give them credit that they don't deserve, they did actually make it very accurate to the play. It's just, it's the worst play you could have adapted to film. They didn't take any advantage of anything that makes film different from a play. And it just doesn't work. They would have been better off just fucking releasing a recording of the Cats play into theaters. Like, honestly, it would have been a lot better. Ooh. Speaking of The Phantom Menace, though, I would rather watch that drivel than actually watch the Cats movie again. I was planning on seeing the re-release with the updated CGI and the edited scenes. I don't want to. The movie is really fucking bad, and you should never give your money to it. When I saw the movie, the CGI wasn't even fucking finished. The original release of the movie has it where certain scenes, like, they'll cut to a shot of a hand, and it's just a human hand. The whole movie is based on this CGI, and yet they didn't fucking finish it. This movie cost $95 million, and they didn't even bother finishing the fucking CGI. Apparently, the actors were given, cat lessons to make them act more like a cat when they move, but I don't know who the fuck their teachers were, because they don't move like cats or anything. They move like a retarded child trying to play with a cat. I was gonna make this a much bigger section of the video, but honestly, after seeing the movie, I'm so pissed off. Like, it felt dirty watching the movie. So, yeah, maybe someday I'll make a video all about the fucking major problems with this movie, but for now, I really just want to go to bed. I couldn't even tell you what the fucking names of the characters were. They were just absolutely the most retarded shit. Anyways, I've been, I've been caught, and I hope you hated it. Oh, hey, Lily, where you been?
Hey, Con, I'm back from the store. Holy shit, what the fuck happened in here? Who the fuck would do such a thing? Holy shit!
Just tying up some loose ends.
There's body parts everywhere! I think I'm gonna be sick! Oh my god! Why is there raw meat in it? Oh my god! Con, you're a fucking psychopath! There's body parts!
Man, I'm fucking starving. Yeah, you want to go get something to eat?
I don't think I can ever eat again! Holy shit! Con, why? Why did you do this?
Classic Lily. Goodbye, folks!
Who are you talking to? He's fucking dead!